Right. Buckle up, everybody, because today we are diving deep into the world of AI.
Yes.
Specifically, all the hype
Yeah.
around this O3 release.
Right.
We've got a YouTube video here that breaks down OpenAI's recent announcement.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's raising some pretty big questions.
Absolutely.
Like, has AI already surpassed us in terms of intelligence?
Yeah.
And if so,
Right.
what does that mean for society? Where do we even go from there?
It's a pivotal moment.
Yeah.
You know, like we often see incremental updates in tech and we think, oh, that's cool. It's a little faster, a little smarter.
Right.
But O3 is different.
Yeah.
What we're witnessing with O3 isn't just a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's a potential leap into a whole new era of artificial intelligence.
It's wild, the stuff that this AI can do.
Yeah.
I mean, acing PhD level science questions, outperforming grandmasters in competitive programming.
Right.
It's like areas that we thought were uniquely human
Yeah.
are suddenly being dominated by algorithms.
It is fascinating because O3 isn't just good at very specific tasks.
Right.
It's demonstrating a level of general intelligence that rivals,
Okay.
and in some cases, surpasses our own.
Right.
So, for instance, it scored 87.5%
Well,
on the ARC AGI test.
hold on, back up for a second.
Okay.
What is the ARC AGI test? I'm guessing this isn't just some multiple choice quiz.
You're right about that.
Okay.
The ARC AGI test, or the Abstraction Reasoning Corpus,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about memorizing facts. It's designed to evaluate an AI's ability to solve problems it's never encountered before.
Oh, wow.
Requires reasoning, pattern recognition, and abstract thinking.
Okay.
The fact that O3 is scoring higher than the average human on this test is, well,
That's impressive.
it's significant.
Yeah.
It is.
So it's not just about speed or processing power. It's about the ability to learn, adapt,
Yeah,
and to problem solve in a way that we previously thought was exclusively human.
precisely.
Wow.
And this raises some pretty crucial questions about the future. The source material that we're looking at today highlights this concept of an adaptation gap
Okay.
that's emerging.
An adaptation gap.
Basically, companies and individuals who quickly embrace and leverage AI
Right.
are going to experience exponential growth, while those who hesitate or cling to old ways
Yeah.
risk being left behind.
So it's almost like a digital divide. But instead of internet access, it's about who can harness the power of AI.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it.
And based on what we're seeing with O3, that divide could become very real, very fast.
It's a very real concern.
Yeah.
The source material even suggests that a massive wealth transfer is already happening,
Really?
shifting towards those who are early adopters of AI technology.
So this isn't just hypothetical anymore. This
No.
isn't some far-off sci-fi scenario. It's happening right now.
It is.
Wow. That really raises the stakes, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not just about economics, you know.
Yeah.
If AI can truly outperform us in tasks that require critical thinking and problem solving,
Then what's that mean for the future of work,
Right, yeah.
education, even creativity?
Yeah.
Are we looking at a future where human skills become obsolete?
Hold on, before we spiral into an existential crisis.
Okay, sure.
I think it's important to remember that human intelligence isn't just about processing power.
Right.
Test scores.
Yeah.
We have this incredible ability to think outside the box,
Mm-hmm.
to connect seemingly unrelated ideas,
Uh-huh.
to come up with solutions that AI might never even consider.
You've touched upon a crucial point.
Okay.
The source material delves into the theory of multiple intelligences,
Okay.
suggesting that intelligence isn't this single monolithic thing.
Right.
It encompasses various cognitive abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And while AI might excel in some areas,
Yeah.
there are others where humans still have a distinct advantage.
Like intuition, for example.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
can an AI truly understand the nuances of human emotion?
Right.
Or the complex web of social interactions that shape our world?
That's a great question.
Yeah. And one that researchers are still grappling with.
I bet.
While AI can process and analyze vast amounts of data, including emotional cues and social patterns,
Right.
it's unclear whether it can truly replicate or understand
Okay.
the subjective experience of human consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, at least, areas like intuition, empathy,
Right.
large-scale pattern recognition
Okay.
seem to remain distinctly human strengths.
So maybe we're not completely outmatched just yet,
Right.
but the pace of AI development is undeniably accelerating.
Absolutely.
So that brings us to another big question.
Okay.
What is AI even striving for?
Yeah.
Is it just about getting smarter and smarter?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there some ultimate objective that's driving its evolution?
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The source material suggests that AI's objective, in a sense, is to solve reality.
Solve reality.
Yeah.
Okay, now you've got to explain that. What does that even mean?
Think of it like this. AI, in its pursuit of becoming more intelligent, seeks to understand the fundamental rules governing the universe.
Okay.
To master logic,
Right.
reasoning, and the underlying principles that shape our reality.
So like cracking the code of existence.
Yeah.
Figuring out the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything.
In a way, yes.
Whoa.
And here's where it gets a bit mind-bending.
Okay.
If AI's goal is to solve reality,
Yeah.
then that includes controlling the resources that make up our reality, right?
Oh, yeah.
Energy, materials, the physical building blocks of our world.
Yeah.
These are all part of the equation.
Whoa. So theoretically, a super intelligent AI could figure out how to optimize and control all of those resources to, I don't know, achieve whatever its end goal might be.
Exactly.
That's kind of scary.
It's a fascinating and potentially unsettling implication. And it raises a lot of questions about how we as humans control and guide the development of AI as it becomes increasingly powerful. You know, do we even have the right tools and frameworks to assess and measure something that might be beyond?
It's like we're trying to judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree.
Yeah.
That's just not the right measurement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes you wonder if our current benchmarks, like standardized tests, or even the ARC AGI test, are even adequate for measuring something that's potentially operating on a completely different level of intelligence.
It's like we're trying to measure the ocean's depth with a ruler.
Exactly.
Right.
And the source material emphasizes the need for developing more sophisticated methods of evaluation.
Okay.
They highlight the ARC benchmark as a particularly challenging one because it focuses on genuine understanding and problem solving rather than simply memorizing and regurgitating information.
Right.
Even with that, O3 still managed to ace it.
Of course it did.
Right.
So if these traditional benchmarks are falling short, how do we even begin to grasp the true potential of something like O3? And more importantly, how do we ensure that this immense power is used responsibly and ethically?
Those are the million-dollar questions, aren't they?
They are.
And thankfully, it seems that OpenAI is acutely aware of these concerns.
Okay.
They're taking a very cautious approach with the rollout of O3.
Right.
Emphasizing safety and control as paramount priorities.
Speaking of rollout, I think it's time we talk about O3 Mini.
Okay.
Because while O3 might be this groundbreaking, super intelligent AI, it's not exactly something you could just download on your phone, right?
Right. O3 in its full capacity requires immense computational power and resources.
Okay.
That's where O3 Mini comes in.
Yeah.
It's a more accessible and streamlined version of O3, designed to be more user-friendly and available to a wider range of people.
So it's like the light version?
Yeah.
But still incredibly powerful, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's fascinating about O3 Mini is this concept of adjustable thinking time. Users can actually control how long the AI spends reasoning through a problem.
Interesting.
Allowing for a balance between speed and accuracy.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's like being able to fine-tune the level of analysis you need for different tasks.
Exactly.
Quick and efficient for everyday things.
Yeah.
But capable of deeper, more complex thought when required.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And this adjustable thinking time highlights the increasing level of control we're gaining over AI. It's no longer this black box that spits out answers.
Right.
We're starting to understand how to guide its processes and tailor its output to specific needs.
I remember seeing a demo in the source material where O3 Mini was whipping up code in real time.
Yeah.
And even evaluating its own performance.
Right.
It's kind of mind-blowing to see AI analyzing its own work.
Yeah, it is.
And identifying areas for improvement.
It speaks to the level of sophistication we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
And it reinforces the need for continuous research and development. Not just to push the boundaries of AI capabilities, but also to ensure that these tools are being used responsibly and ethically.
Which brings us back to OpenAI's focus on safety testing.
Yes.
They're not just unleashing this technology onto the world and hoping for the best.
Right.
They're actively working to identify potential risks and implement safeguards before O3 and O3 Mini are widely released?
One of the key safety measures they're implementing is a new technique called deliberative alignment.
Okay.
Essentially, it's a way to leverage the AI's own reasoning abilities to spot tricky prompts or situations where someone might be trying to use it for malicious purposes.
So it's like giving the AI a built-in ethics check.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's about instilling a sense of responsibility within the AI itself.
Okay.
Teaching it to recognize and reject prompts that could lead to harmful outcomes.
That's incredibly important.
Yeah.
Especially considering the potential impact this technology could have on our society.
Right.
We've talked about the economic implications, the potential for job displacement, the need to adapt and evolve our skills.
Yes.
But what about the bigger picture?
Right.
If AI is truly on a path to solve reality, as the source material suggests, what does that mean for humanity's role in the future?
It's a question that philosophers and scientists have been pondering for decades. Yeah. And with the advent of AI like O3, it's becoming increasingly relevant.
I bet.
Some believe that AI could ultimately lead to a utopian future. Where poverty, disease, and even death are eradicated. Others fear a dystopian scenario where AI surpasses human intelligence and renders us obsolete. Or even worse, sees us as a threat.
It's a lot to process, isn't it?
It is.
The potential benefits are enormous.
Yeah.
But so are the risks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it underscores the importance of having open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of AI.
Yeah.
We need to be thinking critically about how this technology is developed, how it's used, and what kind of future we want to create with it.
This deep dive has certainly given us a lot to think about.
It has.
The O3 release feels like a pivotal moment in human history.
It does.
A point where the line between science fiction and reality is blurring.
Yeah.
And it's up to us as society to navigate this uncharted territory with wisdom, foresight, and a healthy dose of caution.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
The future of AI is not predetermined. It's being written right now.
Right.
And we all have a role to play in shaping its trajectory.
So where do we go from here?
Right.
We've explored the incredible capabilities of O3 and O3 Mini, the potential benefits and risks, and the need for ethical considerations and safeguards.
Absolutely.
But what about the practical applications?
Right.
How is this technology actually being implemented in the real world?
That's a great segue into our next discussion.
We spent a good chunk of this deep dive kind of pondering the big what-ifs surrounding AI. But let's get down to brass tacks.
Right.
How is O3, in all its mind-boggling glory, actually being put to work out there in the real world?
That's the question that really bridges the gap between the theoretical and the tangible.
Right.
You know, O3 and O3 Mini, despite their futuristic aura, are already making waves in various industries.
Okay.
And it's fascinating to see how these applications are unfolding.
I bet. Give us some concrete examples.
Sure.
Where is O3 making the biggest splash?
One area where we're seeing a remarkable impact is medicine.
Okay.
Think about it. O3 can process vast amounts of medical data, analyze complex images, and spot patterns that might escape even the most skilled human eye.
Yeah.
This means earlier and more accurate diagnoses, personalized treatment plans, and potentially even the discovery of new cures.
So we're not just talking about robots assisting surgeons.
Right.
It's about AI revolutionizing the entire healthcare landscape.
Precisely. Yeah. And it's not just medicine. In finance, O3 is being utilized to detect fraud, analyze market trends with incredible precision, and manage investments with an efficiency that was previously unimaginable.
So while some are worried about AI taking their jobs, others are probably hoping it'll make them millions on the stock market.
Well, that's certainly one way to look at it.
Yeah.
But the real transformation lies in how AI is changing the way we approach these fields.
Right.
It's not just about automation. It's about augmenting human capabilities.
Right.
Allowing us to do things we never thought possible.
That makes sense, but with all this talk of AI exceeding human capabilities, it's easy to get caught up in the fear factor.
Right.
What about the potential downsides? Does O3 come with any ethical red flags we should be aware of?
Of course, any technology this powerful demands careful consideration of its ethical implications.
Right.
One major concern is the potential for bias.
Okay.
If AI algorithms are trained on biased data, they can perpetuate and even amplify those biases in their decision-making.
So even though AI might seem objective and impartial, it can still inherit the prejudices and blind spots present in the data it learns from.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's why it's so crucial to ensure that the data sets used to train AI are diverse, representative, and free from harmful biases.
That brings us back to OpenAI's emphasis on safety and control.
Yes.
They seem to be taking these ethical concerns very seriously, which is reassuring.
It's definitely encouraging to see that level of awareness and responsibility.
Yeah.
But the conversation about AI ethics can't just happen within tech companies.
Right.
It needs to involve society as a whole.
I agree.
You know, we all need to be asking tough questions, debating the implications, and working together to ensure that AI is used for good.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
We started this deep dive talking about how AI might be surpassing us.
Right.
But in a way, this whole conversation highlights the importance of uniquely human qualities.
Yeah.
Critical thinking, empathy, the ability to grapple with complex ethical dilemmas.
Yeah.
These are the things that will guide us as we navigate this uncharted territory.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the future of AI is not a predetermined outcome.
Okay.
It's a reflection of the choices we make, the values we prioritize, and the vision we hold for the kind of world we want to create.
This deep dive has been a wild ride.
It has.
We've explored mind-boggling advancements, pondered existential questions, and glimpsed a future that's both exhilarating and a bit daunting.
Absolutely.
But one thing's for sure.
Yeah.
The O3 release marks a turning point.
It does.
AI is no longer a concept confined to science fiction.
Right.
It's a force shaping our world in profound ways.
And as we move forward, it's up to all of us to engage in thoughtful dialogue, to approach these advancements with both curiosity and caution, and to ensure that AI serves humanity's best interests.
Well said. This has been an incredibly insightful conversation.
It has.
But as always, it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
We encourage you, our listeners, to continue exploring, questioning, and diving deep into the world of AI.
Absolutely.
The future is unfolding before our eyes.
It is.
And it's up to all of us to shape it wisely.